Hi Scorpio, welcome to your monthly tarot insights. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. And if you would like a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of June, I'm offering a special which is called Inside Out. And it's a reading that resembles here a little bit of the theme of this Gemini season, which is all about contrast and duality. And so this is a reading that was created in the idea of bringing forward both messages of the light and shadow aspects in many different areas and facets of your life. So if you would like to know as well more info about that special, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do so by following the PayPal link, which is also down below, and as well my Facebook and Instagram page. So Scorpio, I do feel like this month of June for some of you could be a little bit troublesome. There's something here about trouble. I don't think that this might be a month where you will feel the most relaxed, the most positive. There's something troubling some of you in the back of your mind or an actual circumstance. There seems to be a situation that is stressing you. And for others of you, this is like a tick-time bomb here. There's something kind of about to erupt that you may be experiencing, as well, some symptoms of this energy, right? On the inside, like feeling restless, feeling more aggressive, or feeling more, fed up with something, more impatient. I do think that if there are things in your life that you have been trying to hold on to or trying to work through, trying to establish, that has been this ongoing sense of battle that has been hard to keep pursuing or to keep, having your energy associated with it. This might be a month where you're being called to be free from the unnecessary negative, weight some of you are carrying. I do think that some of you Scorpio energy are being shown here as being trapped in the spider web, right, of energies. And there's something like some of you have been a cycle, a relationship, a situation that has this concept of the spider web, something that has a lot of ramifications. And it's not an easy energy for some of you to be free from, but there might be outside circumstances kind of guiding you and helping you, right, find that release. This is the Tower Arcana. It's in the unconscious, so this is something that you are unaware of. It's in the foundation that might happen during this month of June. And the Tower is not only about, disaster, destruction. It's not about only negative associations. Of course, that the way that sometimes the Tower comes forward in our life, it brings a lot of uncomfortable feelings because nobody likes to be, tested in places where we kind of don't feel like we have defenses or we have something to fight against, right? A weapon. It's an energy that really comes in and teaches a lot about humility, about the energies that are beyond us, and that there's so much as human beings, as physical entities, that we can control, that we can prevent. I also feel like some of you may be trying to avoid, let's say, disaster or a chaotic event from happening, and it might be that it's a little bit out of your hands, especially for Scorpio energies that are in prison, which means that if you are living in conditions or involved with something that's not truthful, which for some of you that's the case because you have here the Seven of Swords, so this is the reason, underlying, let's say, reason of why this might happen, is that for Scorpios that are not living the truth, Scorpios that are either deceiving themselves and others or being as well deceived, there's like this awakening right? Of a truth that it's dormant, which means that either you are going to be faced with a truth of something that might be a little bit blunt or shocking to you, something that maybe you are really not expecting, or it could be as well that others will be doing this to you. So it's very important to have your eyes open, to have your mind as well as balanced as possible, to have your senses, right, working at its highest possible vibration. Because I think that actually for some of you receiving signs, or you have been receiving signs of what this eruption may be about, what this unpredictable change may be, where it might affect you in your life. For Scorpios that have a sense that there's something wrong about something, right, or about someone, follow your gut, pursue that hunch, because I feel like some of you are getting closer to that moment of understanding of some experiences you have been carrying so far that have not, been the most forthcoming or transparent. I also feel like some of you are looking for the naked truth of something, and I think that during this month of June you are willing to do things, right, to find that truth. You are willing to do things that maybe you wouldn't consider doing. It's like to go a little bit further than your usual ways or what makes you feel comfortable, to find answers or to find something. I think that there's a sense of here of ultimate revelation. I am not sure about, of course, that take what I say and then put it together within your own personal story and narrative. But I think that there's a sense of ultimate revelation, which means that something is finally cleared, revealed, or perceptive to you, something that has been very confusing, most likely, because this is the Seven of Cups. This is smoked mirrors. This is not knowing what you're counting on, not knowing the truth, being a little bit deluded by all the choices, all the options, right? All the thoughts being scattered. It's fantasy. It's imagination, it's daydreaming. So you go from this as the past influence, right? The Seven of Cups, to this, the harsh truth. So it could be that as well for some of you, there might be just an understanding that something you were considering, right, in your life, it may not be, that consistent or that viable. You might see that something you were imagining to be some way, you may understand during this month is another. But it could also be that for Scorpios that this is just about not knowing what they are really dealing with, having that come to you, but maybe a little bit in a different light than what you are considering. I also feel like, again, there's also here a sense of needing to put some light into your life, which means that for others of you, there's just a little bit of negativity consuming you, because you also have here the Nine of Swords in the soul position. And when we have this card in the soul position, this is about our internal selves, how we are experiencing and feeling about ourselves in life on the inside. So your inner being is preoccupied, anxious, agonizing with something. Again, this is a general reading. Always take what I say and then take with you what feels right. This is not a doomsday prediction, and this is not an ultimate hate relationship with Scorpio energy, as someone commented in past videos. I love Scorpio energies. I have a lot of Scorpio people in my life. It's not about that. I read the truth of how I'm seeing and experiencing things, and of course that this ultimately is just a possibility. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen this way. It means that for some of you, this will make sense. It means that for some of you, there's much more of a susceptible, let's say, tone of negative experience during the month of June, because there's something haunting Scorpio. Scorpio energy is haunted during the month of June. It could be about his own paranoias. It could be a specific fear that it's triggered. It could be that you feel trapped again in a place um, in a place. It's like I actually feel like there's something here for some of you where you are where you don't want to be. You want to be somewhere else. And for Scorpios feeling this way, it could be. It could be that the chance is presented for you to have, a change. Now, if you are going to enjoy the way the universe kind of gives you the hand of change, it might be that you won't, because sometimes the tower is a little bit drastic, right? It's not really sensitive about the way it brings change. But sometimes the tower also shows up in a reading when we are in the wrong path, which means that, again, for some of you that have been, feeling like there's something wrong about what you're doing, there's something wrong about your current job or relationship, whatever it is, or place where you live, I do feel like you are going to be presented again with the confirmation of some sorts that maybe, yeah, you're right, that's not the right way. And maybe you need to, after the tower comes the star. So you need to follow the truth of your dreams, or a new dream, or a new road, right? Something will be cleared after this tower. Don't be afraid of it. I also feel like this could just be that you are feeling, again, more that things are hitting you in a more in-depth way, or just touchy, like things are getting underneath your skin in an easier way than, of course, some of you would like. You repeat the number 7 2 times as well. And as you go here to July, you have the 7 of Swords. Again, I think that some of you might be able to exit or escape a situation that has not been at all something you have been enjoying. Some of you are going to be presented with an escape, right? An escape route, an exit of some sorts that would allow you to avoid, to keep dealing with whatever this is that is not of your liking. But for others of you, the 7 of Swords here in your future position also warns you about, the ways you are behaving towards others. Avoid deception, avoid manipulation, avoid trying to, exert some type of influence, right, over a circumstance that it doesn't belong right to you, or it's not up to you, or something on those terms. I do feel like this could also be in the other way, to, again, a warning to pay attention to what's happening around you. Pay attention to your current environment, to the people that are gravitating towards you, to what they are saying, to what they are doing. You really use that sixth sense to tune into underlying motivations, because there might be someone with a hidden agenda around you. It might be that you're not being told someone is hiding something from you, someone is not really, again, telling the truth, or that you are as well, of course, doing this with no, of course, judgment at all on my side about this. This is just an energy that it's being shown as a possibility, right? And especially when your conscious position is the 9 of Wands. So protect your energies, protect your space. Use really some, I think that some of you, again, already feel like something is not right. And this is a time where you are being called to be watchful, to pay attention, because something is about to be revealed, something is about to come to you, and you might need to endure. Endure the situation or cope with the situation by tuning into that strength, that inner strength, that resource that helps you cope with this. Which means that some of you are going to be faced with a challenge where you are going to really have to, I think, stand in your ground in order to not have outside forces, right? Jeopardizing something you value, or something you have been protecting, building as well so far. I do think that some of you could benefit from, energy, some type of energy work where you build, or amplify, right? Uh, Protective measures. Again, protection is really strong here. Really working on all levels during this month of June on raising your frequency, tuning into your higher self, tuning into that inner strength, asking for clarity to be a part of your conscious senses, because I do think that you need to pay attention or be watchful about something. It could just be as well that some of you are facing trust issues. And those trust issues, if you are in a relationship and it has been a nightmare because you keep being suspicious about something or suspecting something, it could be that that situation comes to a point of acknowledgement of what it truly is, if you're right, if you're not, so forth. It could be that if there has been a lot of trust issues with people or something, situation, again, you're going to have that in a way, again, as I said, revealed or in a way where either you're right or not, but the truth, it will come out, which means that for some Scorpios, the energy of the month of June is really about the truth may be uncomfortable, the truth may hurt, sting, but it will set you free. So I also feel like if you have been hiding a lot of things, if you have been avoiding saying what you mean, how you truly feel, what you truly know, this is a month where you may not be able to hold yourself or all of that you carry inside as easily. You're being called to make a profound liberation of energy so it doesn't consume you, because the problem is that for some of you it has been consuming you. So the Tower interferes here and comes to, it's like the eruption of a volcano. It's time to release all that primal energy, and so it doesn't do damage to you, so it doesn't hurt you, so it doesn't neglect as well your progress, the evolution awaiting you. So yeah, of course that this is an energy that as well may be displayed in different ways, in ways where maybe you are observing others doing this in their own lives. Maybe you are seeing how people are deceiving each other, and you're not you're not necessarily involved in the situation. It could just be that the filter, right, or the way you are perceiving the world in the month of June just maybe a little bit more more the raw, very raw, very raw facet, yeah, in a way where you're just not as enchanted or not as positively, let's say, positively influenced by what you are seeing, more in the negative way, in a negative light. And I think that this is exactly what you're kind of working through, actually, the light and the shadow aspects. Understanding both sides, let's say, as well, of the same issue, or the duality of a circumstance that carries this tone as well in your life. So I hope you have a great month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and hopefully we'll see each other soon.